More monstering here in the haunted graveyard. In this video, we're going to look at The Silent Screamers by Mezco. Now, this series is called Real Monsters. Silent Screamers, Real Monsters. And it came out in 2001. I previously did a video on Series 1 of The Silent Screamers by Aztec Toys. These are marked by Mezco. And I'm assuming the same people are behind both companies, because these cards on 3 of the 4 of these are designed almost identically to the ones put out by Aztec Toys. But anyway, let's take a look at these. This is from Metropolis. This is the female robot from Metropolis. Really great sculpt. And a big futuristic looking chair there for the 20s anyway. 1926 Metropolis came out. And we look around on the sides there, and there's the instructions. Edison's Frankenstein instructions on that. Let me check this. Edison's Frankenstein. Okay, I'm not sure if they had individual. I haven't opened these. I guess they had one set of instructions for all of them, because they all say Edison's Frankenstein on the part that you can see. So I guess there was one set of instructions that covered all of them. Because there isn't much to set up, you know, just some bases and backgrounds that you connect. And there's a great card art there. Very nice. And here is the back, and we can look at the others in the series. They have Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde from 1920. They have Edison's Frankenstein from 1910. And I'll be showing those here in a second. They're here on the table. And of course there is Metropolis. Robotic Woman. And here are some credits. Yeah, this character is named Maria. Take another look at her there. Really great. Like I said in my other video, you can get these men in package pretty much for 30 to 50 bucks total, because the shipping's the big thing, and then you got to figure in tax, you know. Here's Edison's Frankenstein, 1910. Horrific looking thing. Real Monsters. R-E-E-L. Yeah, we can see through there the instructions. Well, I don't know if we can or not. I can see it, but the camera, unfortunately, has a lot of problem with things. Anyway, that says Metropolis there, so even though this is Edison's Frankenstein, evidently they had one set of instructions that covered all the figures, which was smart. They just had to have that one printed up that way. Wasn't much assembly required, really. It's Edison's Frankenstein. And you notice it only lists 3 on the back of these, but this Golem figure that I'm going to show also was also part of this It came out when these did. It's called Deluxe, Silent Screamers Deluxe. So they don't mention it with the regular ones. This is Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. And this actually has two figures, even though you just see one. The little wimpy Dr. Jekyll figure is actually inside the Mr. Hyde figure. Literally. You know, he was figuratively inside him for the movie, but he's literally inside him for the toy. It's got a section in the back of that big Mr. Hyde figure that pops off, and you can get the little Dr. Jekyll out, you know. Set him up along with, if you want. And there's the back of it. It's the same as the other cards from this series, pretty much. It just goes over all the stuff, you know, advertising all three of the figures that they consider to be in the set. It's a wonder they didn't mention that Golem on there. I don't know if that was an afterthought after they'd already had these printed up or what. But usually they try to include these, you know, good advertising, free advertising on their own product. So in general, toys that are, you know, associated with the one you bought is probably going to be advertised on the back. So you go pick it up and support the company further with your purchases. And we're going to get that to focus. You can pretty much read it anyway, but yeah, sometimes the camera just has problems. There's no explaining it. It's like random. It's like rolling a die, man. It's like flipping a coin. Hey, it accidentally focused. Well, anyway, you guys can read that. And you got the credits here, same as the other cards that I showed you. These came out in 2001. Like I said, the three smaller figures are available on the aftermarket. eBay, probably Amazon, I don't know, maybe other sources. You might expect to pay between 30 and 50 bucks total for men in package examples, and the packaging probably isn't going to look like this, because I bought these new and picked out the best packages. You know, you're going to have dinged up packaging and stuff. It's just really hard to get away from that when you buy stuff on the secondary market. But you might get lucky and get a really nice package one. Who knows? All right, now let's take a look at this. This is a real monster of a figure. This thing is heavy, man. The Golem. It's a deluxe figure. Mezco Silent Screamers Deluxe. Yeah, you could brain somebody with this thing. This could probably be a murder weapon. It's really big. It's kind of hard to get everything on camera here. But anyway, that's the box, and of course I haven't taken anything out. Deluxe box set. And they don't advertise the smaller figures on the back of this one either, so evidently they considered this like a separate part of the line, I guess, unless it just came out a little later or whatever. And there it gives the credits, and let's see about what it says if it gives a date. Now, the cards did not give a date, and I don't expect this one will, but these came out in 2001, and I assume this one did as well. I seem to remember getting all these at the same time. So there you have it. There is the Golem. Really big figure. Really nice figure. Looks great. Would look great if left in the box or taken out to display as you will. Secondary market on that Golem figure, expect to pay over $100 when you figure in shipping, because shipping's going to be more for something like that. Hey, it might be well over 100 once you figure in shipping and tax. You might get a loose one for half of that, who knows, or maybe even less. The key to it is to be patient, wait for a deal, just like anything else. So there we have it. That covers the Mezco Silent Screamers. They don't say Series 2, but for all intents and purposes, they're Series 2. Even though the first series was by Aztec Toys, and this one is labeled as Mezco, I'm thinking they're probably the same people. If anybody knows different, let me know. Put it in the comments. I'm curious. So, hope you like that. Maybe it'll turn you on to something cool to pick up for your collection. And I am out of here.